I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Y'all know we here to talk about it's still happening, but it's over with. What just transpired at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family. Your future NBA champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, against the visiting San Antonio Spurs. We knew off the rip it was going to be a problem. They didn't even let Wemby play against us. He's like, nah, not them. They play too rough. Hey, hey, Popovich was like, nah, Wemby, not them. You could go against the Lakers or somebody like that. They soft. He's like, hey, you can't mess with the Bucks like that. Hey, they play way too rough. Giannis, Lopez, they play way too rough for Wemby. He had to sit this one out. They had to go ahead and sit him down. Shout out to the Bucks for a great win against the San Antonio Spurs. 132 to 119 is the final score. We dropped another 130 plus on somebody again. I would like to mention again, offense is not our problem. Our issue is tightening up on defense. Shout out to Dame for the 40 piece. Finally getting the 40 piece. Hey, Dame has been playing lights out the last few games, y'all. He's getting into his groove. There's a lot of concern. Oh, the real Dame is still in Portland. He might be washed. I think the real Dame is here with us now, ladies and gentlemen. If there was ever any doubt if the real Dame still existed, he clearly exists. He clearly exists. Shout out to Dame for, he struggled early and now he's showing you why he's a top 75 of all time player. Look at his performance tonight. Giannis with another triple double. I love that Giannis is on cruise control. Bobby P has been lights out since he had that altercation. Like I said, that Indiana Pacers game was the best thing that happened to the Bucks this whole season. We've been a completely different team since that. Hey, Jeff, I see you in there, bro. I'm gonna tap you in a minute. Uh, and this is just another impressive performance. We control this game from the beginning to end. We're leading from the beginning to end. Another game as well, ladies and gentlemen, that we came out strong in the first quarter. We scored 44 points in the first quarter. I hope that this is a trend for the Bucks to come out swinging right away because it makes the rest of the game way easier when you come out with that energy. I was a little concerned with Beasley being back in the lineup. Would that throw anything off? Not that he produced anything today. I just didn't know if it would throw anything off. And we were still able to achieve with Beasley on the floor. And he wasn't doing too much. But Giannis is passing today. Dame hitting his shots. Bobby P just being on fire, especially in that first quarter. I mean, this is the Bucks you want to see. Also, we got to give campaign props as well. He was the only person that did anything off the bench. He gave us 7 points. That was really it. Nobody. Oh, and Andre Jackson Jr. gave us 7 points as well in 15 minutes. We gonna have again. Hey y'all, we gonna have to talk about this starting shooting guard thing still. Like this, I don't know what Griff is waiting on. I really don't. And you know what? I forgot. Hey man, shout out to Bucks Nation. Shout out to the best Bucks YouTube chat ever. This is the best Bucks podcast. You in the right place, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start cooking. Let me get these stats off, and I'm gonna get you in here, Jeff. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Hold on a second. So your Milwaukee Bucks at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family with another dominating performance, 132-119. We did let Johnson go off. They gave him some suspect free throws though, and he played well, I guess. He had 28. Zach Collins 22. Vassell, who's been playing well for them this year, had 17. And it doesn't matter the rest of their stats. We held them under 50% for the game. That's always a positive sign for me when the Bucks hold somebody under 50%. They were 9 of 30 from the three-point line. Didn't do much, but they were pretty effective from the free throw line. 18 of 21, 44 rebounds, 27 assists is pretty good actually. And then they had 16 turnovers, would help the Bucks a lot. was causing those turnovers and getting fast break points and things of that nature. And we'll get into that next. Giannis played 34 minutes, only took 12 shots, 4-12. 0-2 from the three-point line, 3-6 from the free throw line, 14 rebounds, 16 assists is beastie. My boy Giannis came with the Jason Kidd stat line. If you from back in the day, you know what I mean by that. This looked like a Jason Kidd stat line. Had about 10, 12 points, 15 rebounds, 15 assists. This is that. He was on his Jason Kidd work today. Shout out to Giannis. He did have 3 turnovers, only 11 points, plus 14. Middleton was playing solid today, y'all. 28 minutes, 7 of 15, 3 of 6 from 3, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. He only had 1 turnover. That is awesome. He only had 1 turnover today. Shout out to Middleton, 17 points plus 12. Lopez, 6 of 14. He couldn't hit from 3 today, but it didn't matter because Dame was on fire. 0 of 5, 2 of 2, 5 rebounds. Yeah, that's actually good for Lopez, low key. He got 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 big blocks. He's doing his thing defensively as far as the block. Shout out to Brook. 14 points. And Damian Lillard, 35 minutes, 14 of 22 from the field, 7 of 12 from three-point land, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover, plus 26, 40 ball. The return of Malik Beasley, 28 minutes, 3 of 7, 1 of 5, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 7 points plus 14. Bobby P was hooping. 10 of 16, 3 of 6, double-double, 10 rebounds, 23 points. And Campaign had 7 points. Andre Jackson Jr. has 7 points. If I didn't mention their name, they didn't do much that was worth mentioning. Shout out to Ajax in limited minutes, 15 minutes. You gave us 7 points. Connaughton played 18 minutes, gave us 3 points. Beauchamp didn't even score today, played 6 minutes. Ajax is just showing more and more that he should just be getting more PT. He's always productive. Always. Bucks shot 47% from the field, 36% from three-point land, and 77% from the free throw line. We also had, I told y'all, when we have over 30 assists, we probably going to punish somebody. We had 34 assists, 47 rebounds, 7 blocks, only 6 turnovers. Shout out to the Bucks for protecting the ball. Can we get some likes for that? Shout out to the Bucks. That is awesome. Less than 10 turnovers in a game? Shout out. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's get to these team stats, and then we're going to bring in Jeff from out there from the OC. So they did out-rebound us, but check this out. We don't see this often. We had more offensive rebounds than them, 11. They had more defensive rebounds, which is weird, but we led in assists. We had 11 total steals, 7 blocks. They had 16 turnovers. We only had 9 points off the turnovers. They had 18 off of ours. We had more fast break points, and they had more points in the paint because we were hitting threes. Our largest lead was 24. Solid effort by the Bucks today. This is how we've been waiting for the Bucks to treat the bottom feeders. We're turning the corner. Thank you, Indiana Pacers, you dweebs, for sparking this run that the Bucks are on. You guys are idiots in Indiana. You're going to be the reason we start whooping everybody and win this championship. Run it away. Thank you, Pacers. Thank you, Tyrese Halliburton. Again, thank you, Miles Turner. Thank you for being petty about that basketball, because now we're going to hang a trophy up. We're going to hang a banner up and bring home a trophy. Shout out to the Bucks. All right, let me tap you in there. I'm about to tap you in, Jeff. Hold on 1 second, sir. Jeff, did you tap out? Hey, Jeff, call back in, bro. Get into this comment section. Hey, Jeff, I don't know if you accidentally got put out or whatnot, but just tap back in, Jeff. All right, let's get into the comment section. There was a lot going on. I see you, RJ, back. I see you, Eliza, Gibson, Zane, Kenny, Driz. What's good? Tanner. What up, Stacy? Hey, Jeff, call back in, though, bro. Jimmy Roller, I see you. Give me 1 second, Brandon. I see y'all. I see you, Eric, AJ, John Jackson. What's good? All right, let me start. Let me get a couple of these comments. Then I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna tap you in here, Brandon. 1 second. Squid says Spurs team is very weak. That is true. Gibson says shout out to B Shack. Mr. Cool said Orlando and Indiana are pretenders. It's looking that way. Gibson shouting out Amtrak said what's good. Gibson said what's good to Mr. Smith. Squid said Dame played good offense but selecting really bad on defense. Nice game so far. I guess that was kind of positive. I guess that was kind of positive by Squid. Shout out to Squid. I'm going to tap both of y'all in a minute. I see you, Daniel. I see you, Brandon. Let me just get some of these comments off. Hey, make sure y'all pop in here to please hit the like button so other people that love the Bucks can find this channel and join this community that we call Bucks Nation that is friends and family. Please hit the like button. Appreciate y'all. John Jackson said, we know what we are going to get for Patton Beasley at this point. That's a fact. That's a fact, John Jackson. AJ said, we won't get past the second round with this defense. Winning during the regular season doesn't equate to winning in the playoffs. I understand what you said by that, but I think with just the scoring and what we had, we could get to the Eastern Conference Finals just because of our offense. But I know what you're saying, AJ. Shout out. Janet MOC, what's good? Giannis don't need to burn himself out every game. That's what Dame came for. Facts. Facts. Eliza said the last 8 of the third quarter was good viewing at least. Absolutely. Shout out to Eliza. What's good, Eliza? John Jackson said Indiana is a joke. Orlando's more respectable. I think so, too. I think Orlando's a better team. Stacy said, what up, chat? Salute, Amara. What up? What up, Stacy? Shout out. Shout out. AJ said he won't win MVP. Jokic will. It's obvious. That's who they want to give the award to. We need a chip, not MVP award, but this team isn't that level yet. Damn, AJ, you don't think we championship level, bro? I gotta disagree with you there, sir. I definitely think we're championship level. Eliza said his efficiency has been horrid. I'm really disappointed with it. I don't think it's more, Eliza. I think that he's just taking his foot off the gas. He goes 100 miles per hour all the time. That takes a toll on you physically and mentally. I think he's on cruise control because he know we should be able to whoop these teams with Dame, and it's showing. I think he's just taking his foot off the gas a little bit and resting himself. That's what I think it is, Eliza. Eric Payne, what up? What up? What up? GA having an off night shooting, but have the 14 rebounds, 16 assists with 11 points. That's a nice triple-double to me. Got a plan. Stan said, what's good, Bucks Nation? What up, fam? Bucks number 1 said, Giannis shooting bad, but rebounding and assisting good. That's right. When one part of your game ain't working, you use other parts. My boy Daniel, Bleacher Report boss, said Dame cooking. Dame gonna always be cooking when he get in the zone. Hey, we got hey, shout out to Rated R Savior. I don't know if you've been in the chat before, but it's funny that you just came in here off rip and said it's time to trade Pat Connaughton. And you used his full name, so it wasn't no misunderstanding of who you was talking about. I used the full name. He didn't want no confusion. Shout out. My boy James, what's good, James? Hey, I miss you today, bro. I had to go to the gym late today, fam. Shout out to you, James. 16 assists like a ball. Exactly. That's impressive. Stacy says Spurs did a good job walling off Giannis, but he still gave us 16 assists and a triple-double. I take it facts. That's what I'm saying. When one thing ain't working, If they're gonna wall you off, get the other players involved. That's what makes Dame so good. As much as I love Middleton, you can't depend on him in these scenarios all the time. But as him being a third, fourth option is perfect. So now if you wall off Giannis, that just means Dame, Middleton, and Lopez is going to eat. This might be the best offensive talent the Bucks have ever had. It might be. Got a plan stand, said career high in assists for Giannis tonight. Yes, it was. Also over 20,000 points for Dame today. So salute to Dame. Jimmy Roller was good. Jeff said, live from Cali, I said, yo, hit that like button, Bucks fan. Appreciate it, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, you tapped out, man. Hey, call back in, bro. Joshua was good. Andre Robertson, prime before injury is who Ajax remind me of. That's what we need. But I think he's a better scorer than Andre Robertson. But yeah, I feel you on that. Stacy said, I was never concerned about Dame. That's a fact. All right, let me tap y'all in. We're going to get some of these comments too while y'all in there. Let me just tapping y'all in now. All right, shout out to Stacy. All right, hold on. There we go. Yeah. If you didn't know, Brandon King Carter, Daniel Orton, aka Bleacher Report boss. Gentlemen, let's talk. Go ahead, Daniel. There you, Brandon.
All right. First I want to say, none. Everyone about me by that quote because I was making fun of Pacers. I was doing like a quote from Dragon Ball Z when Goku just looked at the battle and he's like, "All right, I'm done with you."
I'm done with you. All right. So, what do you think about today's performance?
Here today, I mean, yeah, I understand people saying that today, but the problem was they was dead set of not letting them get inside. So
Right.
like took there. So I was like, I wasn't even mad about the game. I mean, he got a triple double. He got it when he needs to be, and I mean, this type of games you don't really want him going off because the next game is gonna get some Magic. That's gonna be a really tough.
That's
gonna
be a tougher game. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a tougher game. I think that's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I think that's gonna be a tougher game. But we could also blow them out too. You never know. Like, because the way we're playing on all cylinders now, if Giannis it turns it up against them, I think we could punish them too. That what I think is, I'm being honest, and this is just not a home court bias. But if Dame and Giannis are cooking, both not I'm just saying, just separate everybody else. If they hooping, that's cool. But if Giannis and Dame are both hooping, it's hard to beat the Bucks, bro. It's hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Giannis was on cruise control. He had 11 points. We still dropped 130.
That's scary.
Please put that in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Giannis was thinking about something totally different than hooping today. Had a crazy monster triple double, and we still dropped 130. We got no production from Malik Beasley. We got no production from Pat Connaughton. We got no production from Beauchamp. We pretty much got no production from anybody off the bench besides Andre Jackson Jr. and Cam Payne. Shout out to Cam Payne. Besides a few stinkers he's had this year, he's been wild consistent. So shout out to him. But look at our bench didn't even hoop, and we had 130. People really need to put in perspective the level of offense that we really have. We weren't even clicking on all cylinders today. It was just Bobby P and Dave came out just on fire. Like they set the tone. Dame and Bobby set the tone in the first quarter. You already knew what time it was off rip. And that's what I want to see, that energy. And I don't know if it's energy or Dame has just gotten into his groove, because Dame been dropping 30 for like the last 3-4 games, I think.
How many minutes did Jax played?
I think 15. Let me confirm. Just let me do it then. Yeah, he played 15 minutes. Yep, 7 points.
Pat Connaughton?
Pat Connaughton played 18 minutes, 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3-point line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 fouls, 3 points.
That's the I had today, because I feel like Pat is a little bit too longer than I wanted him to, but They made sure had Jackson there for 15 minutes, so I was not mad about that. But
Right.
man, I overall, be real quick. I just want to
Mhm.
say that the right now, I know a lot of people keep saying about the defense, but my thing is if you don't score, if you don't score, defense won't mean nothing. So you can stop them how many times you could, and that was our problem last year.
Mm-hmm.
Or defense don't. So that's all I gotta say. Once go on, hear you, Brandon, real quick, and I'll come back. Hear you. What y'all say?
Oh, you got to move around. Okay, I got you.
No,
Go
no, no,
ahead. Oh,
no, no,
oh,
no, no, no.
oh. Go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
Brandon. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay, so this is a good win. How many wins did we win so far?
I think we are on a what 5 game win streak, maybe 4 or 5 game
Five.
win streak. Yeah, something like that. But
That
tell
was
me how
good.
you felt about tonight, though. How did you feel about tonight, Brandon?
Hey, Dave, like I said, Dave, he went crazy in that first quarter.
Set the tone. That's what I'm saying. When Dame can set the tone early, it make everything way easier for the Bucks. It make everything way easier when he can just set the tone like that early. It everything kind of flows off of that. I'm just saying that when Giannis is hooping is cool, that's great too. But Dame, when he's cooking from the outside, it just makes the defense react way differently when he's on fire early. You know what I'm saying? So that's good to see. 2 games in a row, he's come out aggressive and hitting his shot. I mean, he hit 7 threes today. And that
That's
seemed like easy work to him, to be honest. That seemed like easy work, 7 threes. Go ahead,
It was,
Red. And Bobby P, I don't know. Hey, Bobby P has been in his bag these last. We got to give that man his props. Bobby P has been serious.
he called everybody out, but he stepped up. So we
That
gotta
thank
give him
you.
that.
That's what I wanted. That was a great comment. Bobby P was playing terrible and and people was like he got the audacity to call people out. Maybe that's what he needed to do to get himself fired up. Because ever since then, Bobby P he's been a beast. A
A dog.
beast. I mean, man, Bobby P. And it's just crazy how big Bobby P's bag is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Crazy.
he just jump
like,
shot three, just can get on there. I mean, such a defense still, but also I want to say real quick, they were playing good defense in the first 3 quarters of that game. They were just swarming the Spurs. They couldn't do nothing in the first three
They were
couple
hitting some tough
quarters.
shots. The Spurs were hitting some tough shots too. I mean, we gonna have some defensive lapses, but as long as we holding somebody under 50% shooting, I'm fairly happy for the most part.
Yeah, I was really happy with the performance right there, and they just took everybody out when didn't have to really go all out because they was just a base for them today. They ain't really
You're
like
right. They didn't have to
going.
flex. Yeah, they didn't have to flex. I'm sure Dame could have went for 50 if he really was, if it was needed. You know what I'm saying? He was in a groove. He could have easily went for 50. But it was nice because this is officially his first 40-point game with the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's also dope today. This is Dame's first 40 ball today. So that's dope in a Bucks uniform.
Feel, did it feel fluid today though? It felt like when he was shooting that he was like it was like no hesitation. It was
Yeah.
no he was going. I thought about Chitty because Chitty kept saying, "Well, they ain't going all out on him," and I'm like,
Right.
we talking like now I see what he was talking about because he was in his bag today. He just kept on going on him. And I'm like, dang, man, okay. So I was like, yeah. So if they ain't do that every other game, I mean, he ought to do every game. But if he does like that, man, how you gonna beat him? How you gonna beat this team? So it's just a
That's what
question.
I was saying before. He was playing not to his level and was still averaging 25. And it's like people aren't understanding that. Him playing bad was averaging 25.
That's,
Just to put it in perspective, Chris Middleton's best season is 20 points a game.
and he's not going. I don't know if you gonna average it, Brandon.
Who?
I'll tell you, Brandon. You think he's gonna average that this year?
No, Middleton. Middleton need to put up. I think for us to be effective, he should average around 16 points a game.
you
Yeah, 16. There's too many. I mean, Dame is a whole different animal than Drew. He not getting 20. And then you got Bobby P. And Beasley's a shooter. He's a lot less passive than Grayson Allen. Yeah, 16 would be perfect for me for Middleton. He would be effective. He could do 16, 5, and 5. I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm right there. Let me tap you in, Jeffrey. I'm gonna get 4 of y'all in here, but then I'm gonna get back in the comment section. All right, let me tap you in, Jeff. All right, there you go, Jeff. What up? What up? What up? What up? My man, straight from the OC. Straight from the OC, yeah. Orange County. Let's go. So tell me how you felt about the game today, Jeff.
I had mixed feelings.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a diehard Spurs fan, but I'm glad to see my homeboys getting the win.
Okay, there we go. I feel you. So how did you feel about the Bucks' performance today?
They did good. I love the way Dame came out firing.
That's what everybody been waiting for. Like he said, Chitty, AJ, there's a couple other people in the chat. They've been asking for Dame. Oh, 7Z. There's a couple other people to be in the chat. They've been waiting for Dame time. They always say Dame time is still important. You know what I'm saying? But finally, we're starting to see Dame time more. I would say we've been seeing Dame time the last 3 games.
And I gotta give Nate Hackett Griffin his flowers for this game.
But this is against a team though that won 4 games though.
I know, but still, the defense is stepping up a bit.
Right, a little bit. I agree. My only thing is I still think Pat Connaughton playing too many minutes. I think 18 is a little too much for him. It's gonna be diminishing returns.
I'm surprised that the cheerleader Robin got a 3.
Oh, you know what though? I did notice there was definitely more pick and roll today too, offensively. And now what was he saying about the pick and roll? That's how Dame flourishes in the pick and roll. I've been saying that if we start emphasizing the pick and roll, he gonna kill. I do want to give Coach Griffin his props on that. I did see that. I am seeing more and more pick and roll, not just with Dame, but just in general with this team. And I think that will make things a lot easier on us offensively. And I think it'll make it better for Giannis in the long run. Yeah, if Giannis can buy into the pick and roll for real, because Giannis still isn't throwing a real screen. If he really buys in and then, flashes to the hoop, I think he'll get a lot of easy buckets coming to the rack if they really buy into the pick and roll. Like if you watch when the Golden State Warriors do the pick and roll, they're giving real screens, then flashing down. They're stopping that man so that shooter gets a open look, or now they have to collapse on him, and then you just throw it to the person that's flashing to the paint. I just think if we just tighten up a little bit of how we're actually executing the pick and roll, our offense could even be more dynamic.
And I've seen how Giannis pretty much looked like he took a step back because his shot wasn't on, but he got everybody else on.
That is what a leader does, you guys. It's not always about scoring. Giannis, we know he can score. If we needed him to score 40 tonight, he could have done that. But he saw his game he saw he wasn't cooking. He understood Bobby P and Dame was cooking, and he fed him. And how do we know he fed him? Because he had 16 assists. This is Giannis.
Exactly.
A professional scorer. Fell back. Sacrificed his game to get his teammates going. Shout out to Giannis, man.
I'm disappointed that Pop kept Victor out of the game, didn't play him.
Oh no, that was smart.
I wanted to see Victor in the game.
No, not against this team. No. We play too rough for him, bro. No. We'll mess around and break his. I'm actually being serious. I like Wemby. He a nice player. He a cool dude and all. But now Giannis, he would try to make an example. Now I'm gonna tell you what though. If he would have played, Giannis would have had 40 tonight.
Probably.
And he might have shattered that dude's confidence, because Giannis don't score in no finesse way. It's all physical, where he punishes you. He punishes your spirit. Like when he plays Miles Turner, you can see his soul slowly leaving his body every quarter, because he just punishing you with physical play. It's easy to take somebody hitting jumpers on you, but when somebody is just coming to the paint, turning around and mashing on you, that's going to affect you mentally. And as you can see, like Miles Turner, he's broken mentally. He know coming in the game, he getting 40 on his head no matter what.
Or losing streak right now after they took that Giannis.
Hey,
losing streak.
They got a hex put on them. That's all.
And
how you gonna take somebody's basketball at their crib? I wish somebody would come and take anything from my crib and say it's theirs. What? Man, there'll be some furniture moving around ASAP.
They said that they were giving the game ball to their rookie that scored his first point.
He might not even be in the NBA next year. He might not even be in the NBA next year. Who cares about this rookie? You hit a free throw. You didn't make no real basket. You didn't score. You didn't do no crossover. You didn't dunk on nobody. You made a free throw. Man, what?
By the end of the season, the rookie probably be back down in the G League.
That's what I'm saying. That was just, but you know what? I give them credit for the, thinking quick on their feet. I got to give them that. They had to think of something. Instead, they can't just say, no, we hating on you. You can't do that. So they came up with the next bet, and that came up that quick, too. Mm-hmm.
They did give it back, though.
They wouldn't have been able to leave the arena. They had no choice.
Did they get it back? Did they get the ball back?
How was they going to leave the arena?
A day later.
Yeah, a day later.
They gave it back a day later.
Even if it's not the real basketball, y'all still was some punks and gave it back. If y'all was G's like that, y'all would have just kept that ball and told us to kick rocks, pound sand. Instead, y'all tucked y'all tail. And that's why y'all in a 4-game losing streak now.
Clippers last night. Whoa.
Hey, you know what I was just thinking? Remember people was talking about putting Bobby P in trades? There is no trade now that I would take for Bobby P for real.
Nope. Ain't no way.
No way I'm trading Bobby P. Ain't no way I'm trading Bobby P. You said what?
Bobby P probably had somebody trolling us on the podcast. He said, women, they talking about trading you.
Right. And he got turned up. He's like, trade? This is my city. I'm the mayor. He the second most popular player on the team. Low key might be the most popular. Bobby P, bruh, Bobby P get real love in the city.
Yeah,
Bobby P, Giannis, Dame.
Yep. Hey, Squid, I like this comment, bro. Squid said, I like the new Giannis, knowing when to play hard. Facts, that's what I was saying. Facts. Giannis is evolving, ladies and gentlemen, in front of us. Giannis Antetokounmpo is evolving. I think he's finally realizing, hey, man, I'm Batman, but I got another Batman. I could take a break sometimes and he can go fight crime. I could just chill and do research. And that's what's happening now. You feel what I'm saying? He's able to stay back in the Batcave and just observe. And if Dame needs some help, he could come out the Batcave at any time. But if Dame is handling his business, there's no reason to. I'll just sit here and chill. Hey, he probably just in his ear like, hey, they over there. You know what I'm saying? Throwing an assist, just like in the game. I really appreciate Giannis knowing that. This will be the final form of Giannis once he realizes when to change gears. Because it's always 100, 100, 100, 100. Now, if he's realizing when to slow down, man... And y'all talking about y'all worried about us winning the NBA championship. If Dame is in his bag and Giannis is understanding changing how he plays and just not always downhill and learning the speed, learning how to cut down, increase, and when to do it, what you gonna do with it? Because the wall don't work no more. You can't do the wall against us with Dame. And then you got Beasley and Middleton and Shooter. You can't do them dumb defenses no more. What are you going to do? Just take the knee. All these teams need to take the knee now. Or we're going to beat it out of you. Take the knee now and just give us the chip and everybody can go home. Otherwise, we're going to beat it out of y'all. That's what's going to happen. Because they're figuring it out, ladies and gentlemen. I told y'all about the Dwayne Wade and LeBron thing, right? It took some time. But then once they figured it out, it got dark fast. It happened just like that. It got dark fast. They went from not knowing what they was doing to throwing off the backboard lobs and all types of other fly and one stuff. The Bucks are headed down that path, ladies and gentlemen. I try to tell you. I'm taking a coach out the equation because it really don't matter. We are super talented with some vets that's been around a long time that if he can't figure it out, they'll figure it out. And I'm telling you, This team is extremely dynamic. Extremely dynamic. As much as y'all
The
talk
best
about
offense in
Boston,
the league.
man, and I know people talking about Philly. Philly got two players. They got
Got to.
Maxey and Embiid. And I'm telling you, you play us in a 7-game series, they both would have to average 40 to beat us in the series. And that's not feasible. It's not feasible. Tatum and Brown would need to average 40 against us to beat us in the series. It's not feasible. Why am I saying this? We have too many shooters, and we have the inside threat of Giannis that will neutralize Embiid and then gives the Celtics all types of problems. Drew Holiday. Oh, I know what they'll say next. Oh, Drew Holiday can D up Dame. Since when? Have y'all ever looked at Dame's numbers against Drew Holiday? Knock it off. All this team need to do is figure the rest of this out. This pick and roll and how to hold adequate defense. We're never going to be no top 10 defense. That's out the window. Unless we get some type of point of attack or Andre Jackson Jr. starts, we can take that out of there. But if we're a top 15 defense or, half middle of the road defense, that's good enough to win a championship. Because that's kind of, we're kind of like how the Warriors used to be. Denver, yeah, that's really it. But we about to win this chip. Now we're starting to see and get the momentum that we need to get to that championship. I'm telling y'all. All right, let me tell y'all something. Hold on. One second, Jeff. So Dame's last 3 games, right? 40 points, 39 points, 33 points. The last bad game he had 2 back-to-back. He had 21 against Indiana. Before that, 14 against Chicago. Ever since then, 30, 30, 30.
Hey, we got them killers.
Hey, let that man get cooking and it's going to get dark. It's going to get dark fast. And I'm going to tap you in 1 second, Mr. Smith. We get through a couple of these comments. I'm going to let y'all finish y'all comments, and I'm going to tap you in, Mr. Smith. Go ahead, Brandon. You first, then you, Daniel, then you, Jeff. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. This team is picking up the pace really well.
Yep.
Because we all everybody tell me.
Yep. Agreed.
I don't worry about Boston, Philly, Miami, Lakers, Clippers. We're going to squash everybody.
Yeah, I totally agree.
We're going to squash.
Right. Hey, look at this comment, though, from Eliza. I think that this is interesting. So Eliza said this should have been a game to get the defense right. Oh, wait, can't get the defense right because Beasley started. Sorry, but we have to have defense at that position. It's that simple. That's a valid point. I know we won, but our point, Beasley's defense. Yeah, I feel you, Eliza. I feel you. Oh, go ahead, Dale.
Well, yeah. I was kind of, once I saw that Beasley was starting, I'm like, oh, man, wish they would just start Jackson there. But then the other part that I didn't like was that Marjan didn't play that much minutes, too. So I kind of wish that they could have did that, have a little bit more minutes, just 2 or 3 minutes. But overall, I just feel that this team is figuring it out. They're second in the East right now, and they're pretty much we know what they're gonna be pretty soon. But they're probably gonna still have to get that buy market to probably get some players that probably gonna help them out.
Oh, no, I agree with you.
See what crowd.
No, facts. I agree with you.
I just think that this team just keep going, keep working every day. It's gonna get dark. It's already dark right now, but I'm talking about you're gonna see the eye of the storm coming in pretty. So this team just keep it up and don't stop.
There we go. All right, you, Jeff. What's your final thoughts?
I was gonna say that they brought in Porzingis. Boston brought Porzingis in to try to neutralize Giannis, but they forgetting Giannis always have Porzingis for lunch. Porzingis don't know what to do with Giannis.
Porzingis is soft. I'm not even trying to hear about it. He'll fake an ankle injury against the Bucks. Yeah, he's soft. Shout out to you, RJ
All the
Beck.
media said is Porzingis and Drew Holiday are the Bucks killers. No,
Mm.
they're not. They're not going to do anything.
Nah, they not gonna do nothing,
That's
man.
all. That's all.
All that
Nothing
talk.
at all.
Yeah, I'm just hype about this win. So y'all make sure to tap back in on Thursday so we can talk about how we beat down the Orlando Magic, the Disney team.
No, no.
Cause
We
all right,
that
I,
revenge night.
yeah, revenge night.
Revenge night.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all go. All right. Shout out Jeff. Shout out my man Daniel, Bleacher Report, boss, Brandon. All right, let me tap you in here, Mr. Smith. 1 second, sir. Go ahead. You had the floor, sir. Shout out to Mr. Smith. Go ahead, sir. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this beverage.
What's going on, chat? What's happening?
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my water while you go ahead and crock pot this game today. Go ahead, sir.
Well, let me first say this. Like, salute to you. If it hasn't been said before, it should be said that you are building a platform for real. Like, I went on another Bucks platform, and someone in the chat recognized me there from here.
Oh, that's dope.
You see?
That's dope.
Yeah. I'm not a star. This is your platform. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I salute that. You know, you are creating a place for people, an alternate place for people to come forward and speak about their opinions.
Absolutely.
And none of us are super experts, but it's dope. It's a dope thing to
That's
do.
it.
Man.
It's here to vent.
Yeah.
Say your piece. Appreciate that, Mr. Smith. Go ahead, fam. So how you feeling today?
Get the flowers. 132 to 119, 8 out of the last 10, 5 in a row, right? I've been watching basketball. We all have been watching basketball long enough to know that the more you win in a winning streak, the harder those wins become, regardless of who you're playing, because it's just hard to
and these are professionals.
Yeah, and it's hard to stack continued success, right? This was a problem that I had with the Bucks for so long. Is can we stack success? Can we be consistent, right? We've been consistent over the last 5 games. I don't really care who we played. Spurs without Wembanyama, whatever. I like the fact that we won the game. I'm loving the way Damian Lillard is playing right now.
Facts.
I love it. Before I say anything, you got to start there. You know what I mean? The brother, his shot is looking crisp, is looking clean. He's settling into that rhythm. They are figuring it out. Damian is
He's getting back to be he's coming close to being Dame again. You're seeing him becoming Dame again. That's 3 30-point games in a row. He had 33, 39, and now 40. And this was a light 40. This was a light 40, Mr. Smith. Light 40.
So let's start a winning streak with Damian getting 3 40-point games.
Right. And I know some people were concerned about Giannis not scoring tonight, but I think he recognized he didn't need to.
No, and I don't even think, like I was listening to the chat before, or listening and reading, I don't even think Giannis, I think an argument can be made that he didn't necessarily assume that position out of necessity. Like, my shot is not falling, therefore let me step aside. I think he could easily make the stance, and I don't truly know what was in his head, but he can easily make the stance that we saw Dame cooking early. Dame had, like, how many points in the first quarter? Didn't he have over 20 in the first quarter?
Almost. It was almost. He was cooking.
So get out the way. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Truly a selfless player, and he is. He is. If you are truly a selfless player, then move out of the way. Obviously get your points when you get them, but continue to build or feed that fire, right? Especially for your rhythm players. Giannis is not necessarily a rhythm player. Giannis is I'll run you through the wall and get my points. So at any given time,
hope you feel better, Matt.
Say, the Spurs, oh yeah, absolutely. Feel better. At any, like I saw some people saying that the Spurs mounted up a good defense. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Right? I think Giannis at that particular point this was a low calorie. Let me get other people involved. There were definitely times when he had the person beat and opted to pass to his dudes.
Correct. He was on cruise control. He was on cruise control, Mr. That's why I was telling him, like, he finally realized he don't have to play 100 miles per hour all the time. This is the first time I saw him just, like, gear it down once. He was in third gear most of this game, if not all this game.
I think he was just focus differently. I think he was still playing Giannis ball, like he was still super effective. He's just focused differently, right? And so instead of scoring his 64 points or whatever, he went for 16 assists today. There were times where he had his dude beat. He's opting instead to pass the ball to Bobby Portis, who's getting himself going, right?
Bobby
Portis,
P been hooping.
As a result, Bobby gets 23 points tonight. Right? You know what I mean? He's getting other guys moving, getting other guys grooving. Dame went for 40 points. It's the first time that happened. That's not a coincidence.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's only so much bandwidth, right? And so if I know that I can get my offense pretty much at will, someone call Miles Turner and tell him it's all right to come outside. Right? You know what I mean? Because I also heard how we were getting on Miles Turner. You know, I'll be ruthless today. Right?
Yeah, so I was on his helmet earlier for a minute.
Especially since I saw the video back again for the first time, and it was his voice saying, "Don't give him the ball." Miles Turner.
Right. Shout out to Driz. That comment is wild funny, bro. Hold on 1 second, Mr. Smith. Driz says, shout out to Drama Man for only shooting baskets and not shooting anything else. Is crazy. That's hilarious. Wow, go ahead. Shout out to Driz. Go ahead. Right. Go ahead. Right. Go ahead, Mr. Smith.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just think that Giannis has proven, particularly against guys like Miles Turner, right, that he can get his offense anytime he wants, right? And there are a few teams that I do think actually offer up a good defense. I know we hate saying it, but, you know, I'm going to tell the truth regardless. I think Boston offers up a good defense against us. I think Miami offers up a good defense against us.
True.
I do not think the Spurs offered up a good defense against us. I think Giannis
and I think Philadelphia will play us hard too. I think Philly will play us hard too. They got a good coach, Nick Nurse. Yeah.
When it's Joel on it, they lost PJ Tucker. So I'm even less concerned about that because now you have less guys that can alternate on Giannis. I think that was a low-key bad move by them. But, I mean, whatever. That's neither here nor there. I'm not concerned with the Sixers, right? So I like that he got other guys involved, right? That's my positivity out of the way. I'm looking at the minutes.
Here
I'm seeing Beasley 28 minutes and Ajax played 15 minutes. They had the exact same stats. Beasley scored 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Ajax scored 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He played 13 less minutes. In the third quarter, when the ball started to die, right, and what would be up by, I think, over 20 points.
Correct.
And it got
down to 11 or so.
Who was on the court when that happened? When did we stop the bleeding? This stuff is not coincidence, man. That's the stuff, right? So I'm trying to balance my frustration at seeing the obvious and being happy that we won. Because again, it's hard to win in this league. Right?
Agreed.
Mr. Cool is caping for my boy Beasley's, you know what I mean? That's cool. I am in super disagreement. By all means, please come on the live and we can have that debate. Your boy is terrible on defense. It's terrible. He sits down so he
can't move. His base is too low. You're not sumo fighting, sir. He has like a sumo stance. Like you're waiting to hug somebody or something. Like that's the problem. And he not athletic like that to be playing defense like that. Yeah, that sumo. That I don't know what that's about. I don't know who told him that.
He goes off the court. It's like it goes. So here's my thing, right? You can get away with that against a Spurs team who, you know, worst come to worst, they're not seriously going to threaten before you pull the handbrake up and say, all right, Ajax, get back in the game. But Thursday we play a team that rolled us, right? I really, truly believe Ajax in that starting lineup setting the tone. I'm not concerned with the Magic at all. But if you have such an obvious weakness on your defense that makes everything else collapse in on itself in the middle, that bothers me. It bothers me not just that we have a problem, but we have a solution on the team. They refuse to go Because you refuse to have the tough conversation. How
And
soft
that's
is
what,
that?
and that's concerning me about Griffin, to keep it real. You're not willing to have the tough conversation. And I'm not saying that we need to DNP Beasley. I just don't think he should start. I like the energy we're playing with, and I'm glad that Bobby and Dame were cooking. But I really like. I just feel we're better on defense and offense with Ajax in the game. I do understand he's a rookie. I understand all of that. But if you're a rookie playing like a vet, you should get your playing time. And then anytime you look at his production, he's all, like I said, every game Ajax does something that impacts the game. I can't say that about Pat Connaughton. I can't say that about Beasley. And most of the time I can't say that about Beauchamp, keeping it real. But whenever Ajax is in the game, over his minutes, he's does something impactful. Great rebound, cool pass. He's doing something that leaves with you after the game. That's the reason he should be a starter. He is having an impact. Sometimes people can score an empty 20 points. You know what I'm saying? And it had no impact on the game. Or somebody could do what Ajax does, impact the game at, just by you just being there is an impact. Kind of like Draymond Green. He don't have to score points to have an impact. His defense, his screen, it's the little things that he does. You know what I'm saying? Let
So
me tell.
yeah, so that's what I mean. Like it's like you
Salute B Shaq.
yeah, but salute VSAC, absolutely. So like that's my thing. So I'm seeing some of the comments. Ajax made a ton of mistakes. You guys refuse to see it. No, I do see it. I absolutely saw the mistakes that he made, and I see that he has a high ceiling, and I want him to get the opportunity to work through those mistakes
And this is the
because
type
he
of team to work through those mistakes against is the San Antonio
because
Spurs.
because he has that higher ceiling, and even through those mistakes, he still finds a way to affect the game in a positive way, even with the diminished minutes. Can you tell me what the brother Beasley was doing when he wasn't scoring? I can't even say that about Pat tonight because I actually do think that Pat affects the game uh, when he's not scoring. I think Pat is limited just in his physical capability.
Ability, that's
His
it.
arms
Yep,
are
that's fair
not.
statement.
You see what I'm saying? But at least he hustles. He'll get to a play. He knows how to move around the ball. He can assist. He knows how to be the glue on certain plays. Some guys are just the glue. Like you may get the hockey assist. They don't really
Right.
keep stats just like that. You know what I mean? Pat will go up and get a rebound. Fight. One of the shorter dudes on the floor, one of the shortest arm lengths, he'll go up and get a rebound. There's certain dudes who, if they're not scoring, they are nothing on the court. This
Beasley
dude
is
is a
that player. Beasley is a perfect
and
example.
but when are the right people? I'm sitting there watching other podcasts
Mhm.
that have nothing to do with the Milwaukee Bucks, right? If you are a fan of really intelligent basketball analysis, I implore you to watch this one called Hoops Tonight.
Okay.
If
Saw
you
it
know what I'm
last
talking
night.
Mhm.
Saw it last night.
about. Jason Timpf, he breaks down the game super intelligently, right?
Mhm.
This man has no allegiance to Milwaukee. He is saying the same thing.
Yep.
Everybody can say the same thing. Everyone is seeing the same thing except for the
Yep.
coach. I know that the
Yep.
coach has forgotten more about basketball than most of us fans will ever know. I get that,
But
right?
common sense
I
is
get
common sense, though. No, no, we're not gonna
right.
sugarcoat this no more. No, 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 no. We're not doing that right now, Miss Smith. You trying to PC this man up out of here? You trying to PC Griffin out of there? Common sense,
Just
just
trying
from
to.
observation. Even if it's not that, the stats show it. You have a statistician on your team, right? That shows you what these players plus minus are, where they're effective at on the floor, and I'm 100% sure it says that Ajax is more effective than him in everything, maybe besides scoring, if that at
Yeah.
this point.
It's
I like to get a piece of this.
Yeah, go
Um,
ahead, B Shaq.
it's amazing, man. I sat down, watched the game, and I thought about, that a lot of times they'll take a camera to go back and get some footage, and they'll just have an isolated camera on a player. So I said, I'm gonna let my eyes be a be an isolation camera on Beasley tonight. And I watched him. When I tell you he's got to be the worst perimeter defender in the league, it was like a Shaq and a Fool B-roll
real tonight.
Ah!
He's he's comedic. He is a buffoon on defense. Offense, yeah, he can stroke it, but yo, he is such a. I honestly believe if I lost 20 pounds, I could play better defense than Malik Beasley. I really honestly believe that.
I can see it in your face. You dead serious right now.
Yo,
I
he is
know I for sure
terrible,
can.
man. He is terrible. He's like he's playing in quicksand. He doesn't move,
Move.
just react, and then when he dials to the play, his whole body language just slumps down. He
Yeah,
Agreed.
just his
a
energy
thousand,
level is terrible.
a
But how's
thousand.
your
So you,
coach not seeing that? That's what concerns me about Griffin. When you can't see the obvious, shout out to Bucks Nation. Let's get them likes up, ladies and gentlemen. You hear the knowledge being spit in this podcast right now. Come on, y'all. Let's get them likes out. Salute to Bucks Nation. Let's get them likes up, y'all. We
you know
want
what it looks
everybody else
like.
to join here too. That's a Bucks fan. Only way they gonna
You
see
know
it
what it.
and get the algorithm up is hit them likes, y'all. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Salute the platform, please, please. But you know what he looks like to me, honestly. Again, I look at this through the lens of football or whatever. He looks to me like a free safety who's trying to blitz the quarterback, but gets up too close to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback sees it, and so the
He
quarterback
can't
just stops
disguise
and
it.
looks.
He can't disguise it.
Right? What's worse is now everybody sees it, and they're like, all right, well, yeah, we're gonna hike the ball, and now our big guys are just gonna wash you
They hunt him.
completely out of.
Dude, they hunt him. I don't know if
And
y'all pay attention. They'll go into multiple screens until the right person gets on Beasley. Have y'all seen that? They'll take an extra 10 seconds off the
Yeah.
clock to get to Beasley because they know the shot is going to be much easier and it's worth it.
Listen,
yeah,
the
so
comment, the
and
com-
like again, I'm seeing some of these stats, right? So in Beasley minutes tonight, he was second to Dame in plus minus, right? Who was Beasley on the court with? This is what I mean when people sometimes it's like you read stats. Are you under who is Beasley on the court with?
that's
That's
what I'm
why he
saying.
has a
See,
positive plus minus. If you are really trying to look at this in a scientific
yeah,
way, you
yeah,
look at who Ajax was on the court with, and then put
yeah,
Beasley on the
yeah,
court with those same guys.
yeah.
Who do you think is going to succeed better?
Yeah. So
Come
you
on
can't make
now.
a statement. You
I'm
can't
not
make
the
a
only one.
statement. You can't make a statement that says, well, they were up by 20. When they took Beasley out the game, the league went down. You can't say that because again, like you're right, it has to do with what combinations are being played at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Who's he playing with? The eye test. Listen, I seen all I need to see. Okay, the dude can't play defense, and Ajax. I hope he doesn't get discouraged at all. Um,
I can see what you're saying there.
and even tonight, he made a couple of passes, man. And then that screen, he I forgot who he screened somebody. It was a Dame he got, or Middleton got a shot off. He screened them, and just these high IQ, instinctual plays he makes. You cannot teach. Beasley doesn't have that in his game. Beasley is a shooter. He's a one-trick pony. He's a shooter. That is it. Pat Pat comes in with his little alligator arms, and he's running around. He's a hustle. I like Pat's hustle,
Right.
but he don't really. I mean, I like his hustle, man. But and Pat, I can say this about Pat. Pat normally doesn't hurt you. He just doesn't really help as much as some other players might help. So and listen, I think tonight for the first time we've seen Dame like you said average 25 in sleep, but tonight Dame Dollars showed up tonight. The ease by which he shoots is frightening.
Yeah,
The
Thank
stroke,
you.
it was
he's
just
clean.
like it looked like a layup. It was. I
My
said,
brother,
yo, if Dame could do this, if Dame could do this just half the time, I was thinking, who's really gonna beat us
See that? Y'all see that now? We
if we get
all
the
on the same
defense
page.
up?
Shout out to you, B Shaq. Go ahead. I was just saying that. Go ahead, B Shaq.
And
Exactly.
then Giannis. I think Giannis made a calculation tonight. He first of all, the getting the 20,000 points sort of started it. But when he saw the real Dame was in, they were like, "Oh snap! This is the dude. This is the dude. This is the dude we heard about in Portland."
Right.
And
Right.
and and,
Right.
and you know, Giannis. Listen, Giannis still got like what 16 assists,
14
like
rebounds.
14 rebounds. He played the game he wanted to play. They didn't lock Giannis up. He played the game he
I've
wanted to
come
play
to the
tonight.
conclusion locked up and wall don't affect Giannis. It's how Giannis chooses to attack the situation.
Yeah,
That's what we need to
exactly.
understand, Bucks Nation. No wall, no defense is going to stop Giannis.
Mm-mm.
It's up to him
Mm-mm.
how he chooses to react. If he wants to do it in an offensive manner or in a facilitating fashion. But please believe, ladies and gentlemen, no wall, no weird defense is stopping Giannis. He's above that right now. That's a two-time MVP, and it's low-key disrespectful for people to even think some type of defense like that is going to stop him, let alone with this offense we have now. You can't, it's almost stupid to do it now because then you're inviting Dame to shoot threes. One of the greatest three-point shooters of all time, you just going to leave him open? What do you do? And then it's not like Beasley can't shoot. I mean, what do you do? Dame Lillard tonight shot 22 shots. That's it. 22 shots, 40 points, 35 minutes. That's
Here,
efficiency. 7 of 12.
here's what's even really super dope about Dame really starting to kind of hit his stride on offense, even when he's got low energy guys that he's playing next to. I'm gonna get off Beasley, right? Because we're gonna turn it right back to the super positive, right? When you have scoring like that, and Giannis says, "Okay, well, I can kind of reserve my energy then for defense." If you notice, who is the center on San Antonio? What's the dude's name? Uh, Let me look for him. Hold on.
You talk Sochan or Johnson?
Not Sochan. I don't even know if it's Johnson. It's
Oh,
Collins. Zach Collins.
That's
I
considered starting. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah.
Collins. Okay.
Mm.
So there was a point where it was getting a little rough with Brook, right? You know what I mean? And they just kind of found a spot that was really difficult for Brook to stop him. It was looking kind of rough, right? Then they switched out Giannis on him, who's a little bit quicker, and things slowed up really quick for Collins.
Correct.
The reason why he's able to do that is he has more energy to put towards those types of moments when our scoring is already humming without him. You know what I mean? So I can assist, I can reserve more energy. Previously, in previous years, this would have been maybe not on Collins, but if it's a smaller person, this is Drew Holiday's job, right? We're going to put you out on whoever the best scorer is and whatnot. You don't have to score as much. We just want you to go out and either stop him or slow him down. That job seems to be when Ajax is not on the court, Giannis is being asked to go and do that. That's why you see him less in a support role, and he's going out to the perimeter to stop these guys. That's a lot more difficult if we're not scoring, because now he
Agreed.
has to hold up the
yeah.
scoring lead or the weight of scoring, and he's got to go and stop someone on defense. This is not something that they do the entire game. They do it selectively to stop someone who might be getting hot. They
Right.
were able to do that tonight and do it successfully because the scoring was working completely without him. Like you said, it's so easy. Dame, it's like he gets around defenders. He drops that shoulder and he gets around defenders. That's a
Oh,
2 point. That's 2 points or 3 points. Forget it. Like regardless of where he starts the downhill run, that's 2 points or 3 points. That is
And
kind of
his
like Giannis.
flexibility at the rim for them layups that Dame can hit is crazy. He can do it at will. I don't even know if Bucks Nation, because they was on his helmet so early in the season, understand how gifted Dame Lillard really is offensively. He is one of the most gifted players of his generation. I mean, we
listen,
have something
he is
here.
just he is just as efficient going to the basket as a guard his size as Kyrie is with less flash.
Correct. Facts. I like that. I like
The
that.
way he twists his body and the way he uses his body and the way I don't even know how he gets some of those shots off. He's such a master of angles and timing.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea this was part of his game. But let me just say this. I'm gonna get this off my chest. I know Buck Nation's gonna come after me for this. The only thing that could make us more lethal, and if this was the case, we would have to shut the league down. If Giannis had any semblance of a jumper, as
Mm.
many times as he's open on it, I'm frustrated with this because let's say he goes to the spin move. So many guys that have that at a certain point in the spin could stop on a dime, stop and just fade. He doesn't have any instinctual jump shot. It's all mechanical. Like okay, I'm gonna shoot the jumper here. Let me set it up. He doesn't have, and I'm just wondering why does he he practice every time I see him in warm ups. He's practicing the mid range,
That's
and
true.
it's not translating to the game. I have my own personal feeling on that. I don't think I think he needs to get a different routine.
I think
But
you need a different shooting
it's
coach. Period.
yeah,
I've been
it's
feeling
not
that one for years.
translating. It's not translating, and the shot is there from all the time. And with as much space as he gets, he should be able to shoot 42 to 45% from the mid range easily. It's a warm up shot. And I just listen. I'm not going to harp on that. I think he's made up in his mind as much as going. He's shooting much less this year from the
Mm-hmm.
outside. So I think he's almost. It feels almost like he's given up on it. I hope not. I just hope that somebody calls him and says, "Yo, I can help you," and or the Bucks can get him the help he needs. Because I think he's too gifted athletically not to have a little mid-range jump. He's too gifted.
I see what you say, but I really think he's taking on the identity like of the skinny Shaq thing, where I'm gonna dominate in the paint. I'm just gonna do my thing here. We got Dame on the outside. Him and Middleton could take care of that. I'm just giving you from what I would say if
Yeah.
I from Giannis' perspective. Why do I need to shoot a jumper if we got dude over here that's an elite shooter and dude over here? Why don't I just kill it here in the paint and do my work here? Now, if I need to shoot a jumper or hit a three, one thing I say about Giannis, he can hit timely jumpers and timely threes. I will give him that. I will
Yeah.
definitely give him that. He don't have a jumper, but Giannis, when you need a big shot, Giannis will mess around and hit that three and hit them free throws. That's why I love Giannis, because even in those type of situations where you wouldn't want him to shoot and you like, why did he take that shot? He'll mess around and hit it. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Well,
he'll
yeah,
do it as
he doesn't
needed.
need it. He doesn't need it, but if he had it, he would easily average 36 points a game.
Eh,
Easily.
I agree. I agree with that.
Easily.
I
All
think
right,
games like
I'm
this.
done with that.
I think games like this for me, just allow me to appreciate the other parts of Giannis's game that I don't
Thank you.
always pay much attention to. Right, this dude's passing. I love his passing, man. I do. I love his passing, and for someone that I don't always pay attention to that with him, I know that he can pass, right? So it's not like a surprise, like, oh wow, that was a dime. I know that he can do it, but sometimes you just need to have like for him to overdo it for you to really see. Like there was a play in the game where he was penetrating into the lane. This is why I said I don't really think that the Spurs offered up a really good defense against it. I just think that instead of taking the shot, he was opting for the pass tonight, and it was helping other guys get going. He puts the ball behind his back and looks off the primary defender just enough to drop the dime right to Bobby Portis, who was under the rim. And it was just that subtle, beautiful stuff that I was seeing from him. Like every single time, the spin move, which is usually a shot, he was finding ways to pass. His passes, as long as guys are in the grids, their spots, find the target far more often than not. He very rarely has like a wayward pass. He had one. Like he went to pass the ball to Beasley one time,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the dude that they were calling Walter White on the side was the one who caught the ball. Wasn't
Dude,
even
that
close
was
to him,
crazy. They
right?
called
But
somebody Walter White. It's
the ball
crazy.
was Oh yeah, and he just looked so unhappy. He just looked like he's a coach for the Spurs, right? You know what I mean? He's like, I'm so
1 sec.
angry.
Let me just get this super chat. AB, what's good, bro? Appreciate the 4.99 super chat. You ain't say nothing, AB. Come on, fam. You just get 4.99. I appreciate it though. Hey, but tap in, bro. One of these times. You ain't tapped in a minute, AB. I was asking about you the other day, bro. Salute to you. Appreciate it. Go ahead. Sorry for the
But
interjection. Go ahead, sir.
but yeah, that's it's far more positive than negative tonight. It's very little negative. I'm just look. I feel how I feel, man. I
Man.
think that there are players. I think there is another level that we can take it to if they change some of the lineup and they had some lineup decisions. I'm not saying that Mr. Cool thinking that Ajax is invincible. He's not invincible. He makes his mistakes. I want him to develop with the guys who are on the court, our best talent. If I think that he's the best person for the job and has the highest ceiling, then I want more time with the starting lineup who could bring that out of him even more. That's what I'm saying. That's my argument. Outside of
He's
that,
shooting.
it was a good.
He's shooting
It was a good by the numbers.
45% from the three. 45%
He's
from the
starting to knock
three.
that down. That's what I'm saying. Like before, that was a joke. Him shooting the ball was like, what are you doing? Like
Hey,
now,
Squid, you're wild
it's
for that
to get to the
comment, bro.
point where he gets in that corner that they call Pat's corner, and he's making that enough that I'm thinking it's getting to the point where it's like 50-50.
But
50-50.
Mr.
Like, you know what I
Smith,
mean? Like that
if you
shot might go
notice,
down.
if you notice, he shoots it a lot better when he has to shoot it quick.
And in the corner.
When he has to think about it, he misses. But every time he has to just grab it and shoot, most time it's good. Some guys, that's how they get their rhythm. When they have too much time to think, just too much stuff goes to their head and it throws their rhythm off. So if he's hitting the three and playing defense, why in the
What?
world can't he just? I mean, again, the rest of the world is starting to notice. Like you said, on other shows, they're mentioning Andre Jackson now, and so Coach Griff, we waiting for you to to get a wake up call, and you got a gem. Like I said last time, the only reason why he's not playing more is because he has the title rookie. That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's easy to tell him to go to the bench. It's harder to say that to the veteran. You know what I mean? It's an easier
And
decision.
that's what Mr. Cool always says. Why Connaughton and Beasley get more playing time is that because they're veterans and understand the game better and make less mistakes. And I'm
I agree
assuming
with
that.
him when it comes to
Yeah, I think that's the way
I agree
Griffin
with him
is
when it
playing it.
comes to Pat. I think Pat has the know-how.
Right.
I think Pat's limitations are not knowledge of the game. Pat's limitations are
Is
physical.
athleticism.
Like
Yeah, athleticism.
right,
And you know what
but
y'all just say about today, and you actually made the comment, B Shaq, and I talked about it a little bit earlier too. Is Chris Middleton? He played solid tonight. I think what he did tonight is exactly what I want
Yeah.
from Middleton every night. You get a 16, 17 points, 4 or 5 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, 2 turnovers or less. I'm happy with Middleton.
And to me, it's not even the stats. It's when you watch his
Mm-hmm.
game now. He's moving better on defense. On his shot, he's able to get his separation a lot better now. Because he was still having these games. We put the stats up, but
Mm.
it seemed like he was laboring. It
Mm.
wasn't smooth. It wasn't sharp. It wasn't. But now, he's starting to get his. He's starting to get his.
It's Mojo. Yeah.
Yeah. He's starting to get it back, and the Chris that can just like the last game of 14 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, if Chris gets his confidence, I'm not saying he's ever really lost his confidence, but get his
Right.
confidence like he had it in the championship year, along with Dame. Lord, Lord, Lord,
Right.
we're gonna be something special.
I think we're gonna do something special this year anyway. And I think we'll really see what this Bucks team is after All-Star break. I think that's where the scary Bucks will come out. Where they're like, damn, they don't really figure it out. Because everybody in the media is saying they're winning, but it's still not smooth. They haven't figured it out. It's obvious. So what is going to happen when they figure it out? And everybody knows it's coming. Eddie Talk Show, JJ Redick, all these people talk about like they don't know what they're doing yet, but they're figuring it out. But what happens when we figure it out? If this is what we're doing now, that's the fear part for the NBA. That's the fear part. We're winning on just talent and just figuring it out ourselves. But when we really know what we're doing, for instance, like today, I saw a lot more emphasis on the pick and roll. If we can master the pick and roll similarly to like Golden State, that's going to make us almost unstoppable on offense because we have multiple players you can throw in the pick and roll. So I think things like that I'm seeing, I'm really liking seeing more of the pick and roll. If we can get more time with Ajax on the floor, I think that would be better for us. I think that Connaughton's minutes max should be about 15 minutes for Connaughton. I say that because it looks like he's most productive in small doses. When you give him too much time, it starts to become diminishing returns at a certain point. I understand he's a professional, but we need you to produce on the floor. And we have a guy that got his young legs, can move. He getting put back dunks and doing all this extra stuff. I think that should earn him those minutes. I'm not saying, again, that I'm trying to DNP Pat. Pat has value, but I think that value diminishes after when it's more than 15 minutes. And I think after All-Star break, that we'll see those changes go into effect. I'm 100% positive we'll see those go into effect almost.
So let me ask you this then, right? Because there's another wild card in the mix who is, like I said, playing probably the best out of everyone when they were all confused, which was Jay Crowder, right? He was playing the best out of everyone when everyone was still kind of, well, I mean, outside of the stars, right? But, you know, when everyone else was still kind of confused and running around in circles, not knowing where to go, he was the one out there making a difference. Where does he factor into this? I think it's a good problem to have.
That's a good question. That's a good question, Mr. Smith. Here, let's crystallize it. Let's come on. Let's put our big boy pants on. Mm-hmm. It all comes down to, primarily for me at least, everything has to consider the matchup with the Celtics. Pat, you cannot play Pat against the Celtics. Jay Crowder is going to who you're going to need against the Celtics. You need wings with size and experience. So Pat's not going to be playable against real athletic teams. And so when it comes to who you're going to invest in during the season, who do you want to get the work in, or who possibly are you willing to let go? It's got to be the one that you don't see really helping you out in the playoffs. It's about the playoffs for us. It's regular season is like a dress rehearsal for us. It's about facts. It's about the Celtics and the Sixers to a degree.
I think we could take this. I'm not.
And let's not forget, we might add somebody, you guys, during the buyout market. We might add somebody too that would be helpful as a wing defender. We don't know yet, but I think it's very possible that we might pick somebody up. I do think Jay Crowder should come back and get minutes, and maybe save him more for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Let's not run him too hard. He'd had some injury, then he didn't play all last year. Let him get his time, but maybe save him more for heavy minutes in the playoffs for Crowder.
Amara,
yeah,
I got news for you. Beasley might not be playable.
I've already made that an assumption. I wasn't even thinking about
Crowder,
Beasley. Right.
Crowder, Ajax, and Marjan. Mm-hmm. They got to be the ones, unless you trade for someone, you got to roll with that's going to have the athleticism.
Correct.
To deal with those cats, man. To deal with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown
and Kristaps
and yo, I started saying this the other night. My man that starts in the backcourt with Drew. What's his name?
Derek White.
He worries me more than Drew.
I agree with that. He's very polished. He's polished. He's polished. Hey, that's a Spurs player though. When you come from the Spurs, you understand the game of basketball. He understands the game of basketball. He knows it. He knows what he can and can't do perfectly. He plays well within his game. I agree with that. I would rather play, to be honest, I'd rather be Drew than Derek White, because I know that Drew could be. he could be wild at times.
Yeah.
He could be careless with the basketball, make turnovers. And Derek White is just steady.
He's
So,
clutch. He's
yep,
clutch too, man. He's
yep,
clutch, man. He's
I
long.
agree.
And so, but I'm saying when we play the Celtics, just think about the playoff matchups. If these is in a game, they're gonna target Beasley. If Pat's in the game, they're gonna target Pat. You
Facts.
you need you need as young people say, you need someone that can stand on business. And you need someone that can stand their ground against those cats and not get run off the court.
Right.
So I think Crowder, I think Jay,
So
we didn't have last year. I think we're gonna need him this year.
I can
now
believe that.
to his credit, I will say this, right? This is Beasley's first game back after being gone for a couple games. I don't expect him to come in and score 42 points. That'd have been nice, but if that's what you're gonna do, if you're gonna be horrible on defense and then score on offense, right? Then what you have to offer, unfortunately, you make yourself into a silver bullet, right? Because if you can only give us that one thing, you're not like a field goal kicker. If you can't kick the field goals, then what use are you, right? Because you're not doing anything else. I don't think that we'll see a game like this again. I think he has to warm up. And he was warming up on defense. So I don't want to sound like I'm not giving this dude credit at all, right? I think he went from being a 1 out of 10 on defense to, for a minute, he had gotten himself, he was progressing. I would say he got him up to about a 4 or 5 or so. And his fourth quarter defense was like discernibly better. If Coach Griffin refuses to take him out of the lineup or refuses to play him less minutes, then the one thing that we have to hope for is that he continues to develop. And maybe the coach is seeing something that no one else on the planet sees, except for Mr. Cool, right? Those two, they see something none of us see it, right? I hope they're right. Because that is the fear that I have. Exactly what B-Shack said. For me, it's not the Sixers. For me, it's the Celtics and the Heat.
Right.
The Heat match up with us as far as their personnel. They match up with us great. They can actually defend, albeit not fantastically, but they can afford to defend Giannis one-on-one. Everyone else, besides those two teams, and maybe the Nuggets and the Lakers, excuse me. So those teams, to me, I think can match up Giannis without having to send a double team or send that wall and whatever. Everyone else, good luck, right? You know what I mean? Because if Giannis decides that I want to score 64 points, I'm going to score 64 points, especially if we're playing. I want the Pacers in the playoffs so bad you don't even know.
Right.
I just with them, right?
You know what my perfect road to the playoffs would be, just to prove a point? I would love to play Indiana, Miami, and then Boston in the ECF. Yeah. That would be my perfect road. Hey, hold on. Squid, you're wild, bro. What is last 3 week teams, bro? Dame disappears when it matters. What are you? Okay,
Come on,
I put this up there so we can talk about this, because Dave, you are really disrespecting David. It's a little wild, Squid. You're a little wild, bro. And I did see your comment earlier, Pam, saying that Jason Tatum got hurt. I just don't care.
What?
I just don't care. Yeah, high ankle sprain, I believe.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, and then I think Kristaps is hurt too, but he a China doll, so I expect that. I can't believe you said that, Squid. That was wild. Go ahead, B-Shack. Then I'm gonna get into this comment section after we ended up here. But go ahead.
I'm gonna be trying to be nice, but how can you honestly say you watched the game and make that comment about Dame?
That's crazy.
Dame is you said Damian Lillard disappears when it counts. Dame is one of the most clutch players in NBA history. What doubts you say? It don't make sense.
No,
hey, that was crazy. I can't. That's why I had to stop. I saw that. I was like, I saw a couple of comments go, and I had to chill. But I saw that one. I was like, that was too far. I was like, that was too far.
Come on. Like sometimes, like we disagree. I state my opinion strongly, right? And I'm not always right. So sometimes people disagree with me or whatever, and I respect, at least if I understand where you're coming from, even if I don't necessarily agree with it. Like someone like a Mr. He'll
Right.
stand on it, right? Whether you agree with him or not, because he's speaking from a place of logic. That comment that you just said before was a cry for attention. Like, you know what I mean? I'm
That was
just waiting.
wild.
Someone notice. Someone notice me. It's not based in
Come
reality at
on,
all, right?
man.
So
Come on, man.
you're just
Come
trolling.
on.
You trolling. You like what's his name? Kobe
Oh no, he
Covington.
got it. There's a couple supporters in there on that. See, AJ with it too. So that's gonna be the new stigma. So at first it wasn't no Dame time. Then when they see Dame time, oh, it's not Dame time against a good team. Then when he have Dame time against a good team, it's go, it ain't Dame time in the playoffs. I hope y'all keep saying that until it's Dame time in the championship, and then we bring that banner home. I want to see what y'all say then. Maybe it's good luck that y'all
Some of the
saying that. I don't know. That's wild. Shout out to y'all.
Just so like growth and development, right? Some of the things, and that's why I like watching hoops tonight, right? Because he'll actually point out some things that the average person is maybe not watching. You might watch a game like 2, 3, 4
Right.
times or whatever to break it down on that level, right? He was talking about a certain type of screen that we're now starting to see on a regular basis in Milwaukee that we weren't seeing before. Brook Lopez is probably the best, not probably, he is the best at setting screens for Damian at this point, right? He's a bigger
Yep.
person and he's going to physically commit to it. Giannis right now is not committing quite as strongly to the pick or to setting the screen. Maybe I don't know why. I think personally it's because that comes with a certain level of punishment. If you do this over the course of the game, that's going to take the
A
gas out of
toe.
your gas tank
Right.
quickly because it's like taking body shot after body shot, and he just doesn't have like that bulletproof vest that Brook Lopez has around his abdomen to be able to take that kind of
Right.
punishment. But when Brook does it, one of the things that he's seeing now is that Damian will very quickly make the decision to go right or left, depending on where Brook is setting the screen. Some
Facts.
defenders are stepping up to say, all right, well, I'm going to head you off at the pass. And what Damian and Brook are now getting on the same page with is flipping that screen over very quickly and Damian very quickly going the other way around.
Attacking, being more purposeful and attacking. I agree with that.
Right. And selling that first direction, right? So if Brook sets it to push Dame to the right, in reality, they're going left. But they're just waiting for the defender to overcommit, and then they can flip it around really quick. Damian's going around it. And it's just those little things. It's those little things that I'm trying to watch more and more in each game to see how often it happens. And it happened in this game. And there's something that was not happened before, growth and development. So we had like this time where we were home all this time to practice more, to really kind of get back
And
to
you're
the
seeing
X's
it.
and O's. And you're starting to see the increase. So us playing better over this stretch, there are a number of different things that people can point to. It could be that, and all of them could be contributing in smaller ways, right? Be screaming on everyone and everyone kind of having that, come to Jesus moment. We're not playing nearly as well as we should have, combined with the fact that we're now home and we get an opportunity to lab some of the stuff a little bit more, combined with the fact that we are over 20 games at this point, and some things just take a little while to set, what Coach Griffin is starting to ask us to do, combined with people getting their legs up under them, like the people who kind of look like maybe they weren't in the fitness that they needed to be in, their shots weren't falling because maybe they weren't pushing off with their legs as much or whatever. All these things are starting to get a little bit better as time goes on. Amara, you got to be really drinking, calling Dame another supper, man, after laying 3 weak teams. Y'all are bananas. Shout out to you.
Do you guys like? Oh.
Get him.
All right.
You go get him. I'm gonna just get a Red Bull on that one. Go get him.
Damian Lillard is one of the most gifted offensive players ever to touch a basketball. Gifted. This is beyond natural talent that Damian Lillard has. That's God-given talent that Damian Lillard has. He is 6'2", dropping 30 plus a game. And I see people here talking about scoring against weak teams. What do you think? Damian Lillard, when they show the playoffs and they show the commercials, what do you see in those commercials? Huh? What do you see? You don't see LeBron. You see LeBron doing some weak block from behind like a sucker. What do you see when you see Damian Lillard shooting threes from the damn logo to win games? He's waving at people. He's coming off of screens and shooting threes to win series. Damn the game. He's winning series. And you sitting here talking about weak teams. This man is playing. He's scoring 25 points a game in his sleep, playing awful. What is the last Bucks player for 2 players on his team to score 25 plus? Huh? Dame, since the argument, Dame is shooting over 50% from 3. Huh? And you sitting here talking about Dame like he's some trash, talking about he's not Superman. Are you kidding me? What do y'all want to see from Dame? When have you ever seen Drew have 3 30-point games in a row? When is the last Bucks player outside of Giannis that you've seen score 3 30-point games in a row? I don't care who you're playing. You think that that's easy work? To drop 40? He's dropped 33, 39, then 40 points. You tell me the last Bucks player outside of Giannis Antetokounmpo to do that. And you sitting here and not appreciative. You think Drew Holiday could do what Dame is doing? Has Drew Holiday ever averaged 25 points a game in his life? Even go back to high school. Did he average 25 then? Unbelievable. How unappreciative is Bucks Nation having such a talent like Dame Lillard? And you talking crazy, talking about, he doing it against weak teams. He was doing it against the Knicks. He's been doing it against everybody. If his shooting is off, it's off, but he's not being stopped. And I guarantee y'all eat them words when playoff time start. You'll be super happy that you got somebody like Damian Lillard on your team. He's a top 75 player of all time. His peers voted that. Analysts voted that. Do you think they're making that up? Do you think that's accidental? Did you not watch this man for us score 14 points straight to end a quarter? When is the last Buck to do that besides Giannis? Ooh. Huh? Y'all better respect Dame. That's crazy.
What they need to do is tonight, when this is over, type in Damian Lillard 71-point game, just happened last year, and watch it. Just watch it. Because no one would have Bucks scored 71. And I got news for you. This is what I thought about tonight. Don't y'all think Giannis' record is untouchable? Let Giannis be out for 2 or 3 games and Dame get cooking. Dame could actually come for that record. Y'all know that, right? And it's easier for Dame to score 65 points than it is for Giannis. Y'all do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be careful. Y'all Giannis lovers, be careful. Y'all gonna jinx this thing and Dame gonna come get that record.
I have a theory.
That was crazy.
Honestly, these are some bots that come in who actually want Amara's channel to blow up. So they say, well, what are we gonna do? Let's get this guy popping, right? So we're gonna get him super animated. We're gonna say some real wild and crazy stuff or whatever, and then we are gonna clip him going nuclear on someone. That made my night. That was funny as all get out.
Man, someone, my bad, please. Y'all, man. Sometimes
that's classic, man. Classic.
Man, my bad, y'all. Sometimes it be too much, y'all. But I'm about to get out of here in a bit. I'm gonna get the rest of these comments off, gentlemen. Right. Yeah, then we'll connect on Thursday. I
salute.
Hey man, you need to clip that up and make that a short or something.
Yeah, I'm sure my boy Daniel on it, man. If not, I'll clip it up. All right, B Shaq. All right, Mr. Smith, man. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all next game, bro. Salute to the legends of the chat. Man, y'all had to be trolling. There's no way. Let me get to these comments though. Mr. Washington said, all I'm saying, he can't do worse defensively than Beasley. I agree. I agree. His defense is terrible. Milwaukee Black was good, famo. Mr. Cool, the energy was already off. It's a waste. Beasley off the bench could put up 15. Jackson doesn't need to shoot. Jax fits better as a starter. I agree with that. And I think it would help Beasley to come off the bench, to keep it real. Bucks at 4 podcast was good, brethren. Shout out, shout out. Dame plays better with, when Malik not taking shots away from him. Interesting take. Interesting take. Squid says, AJ, they are just tripping. They like Dave, but he sucks at defense. That's fine. So does Steph Curry. Luka Doncic is not a great defender either, but I bet you the Dallas Mavericks are super happy to have him. Right? Golden State is super happy to have Steph Curry, correct? Though he can't play defense, but they're super happy to have him on his team. It's like you guys don't, you're not even happy to have Dame Lillard on your team. Do you know how many teams would give up everything to get Damian Lillard on their squad? And we got him for just giving up Drew. We got a 75 Hall of Fame player, and you guys are spitting in his face. He just scored 39 points, 40 points, and 33 points respectively. And instead of saying, hey, looking on the positive, because before y'all was saying he was trash and that there was no Dame time. Now that you're getting Dame time, now the pendulum has swung, and now, he's doing it against weak teams. So when he does it against the opponents that you want, then what do you say? What is going to be the next hate tactic? Because that's crazy. He's doing what y'all asked him to do. Y'all said he started off slow. He's been starting off fast. Y'all saying y'all ain't seeing Dame time. He just hit 7 threes today. What does that man need to do for y'all to respect him and appreciate having such a great player this combination with Giannis? That man came from a team where he was Batman for over a decade. And now y'all telling me he might not even be a Robin is reckless. If you want to talk about it, just say it's defense, I'm going to mention players. Like I said, Luka's not no great defender. Hey, Jokic, everybody's favorite. He don't play no defense, but I don't hear people going in on him. They would be happy to have him on this team. Do you don't think teams would be happy to have Dame? We have Dame. Be appreciative. We would not be in this predicament, even having this record, if we still had Drew Holiday. I guarantee we'd have at least 10 losses if we had Drew Holiday. Because the offensive output, he wouldn't be able to produce. Even in the bad games, the offensive output that Dame produces has helped us. Dame has won us, 4 or 5 games this year? When can you ever say Drew won you games? That man has won multiple games in a quarter of a season. Appreciate having Damian Lillard. Appreciate him now, not just when he turned the corner and he started really kicking in. Start to appreciate now, because this is the process. You work out the kinks against the weaker teams, so you're ready for the good teams. Dame has been double teamed his whole career. It was still getting it in. You don't think he gonna get it in here? Come on, man. Y'all gotta relax. Y'all gotta really relax. That's you have a 2 top 75 players in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform and talking crazy is wild. Y'all gotta respect Dame. And I don't know why y'all been coming for him like that. He literally has won us games this year. Do you know the chances of a small franchise like the Milwaukee Bucks getting 2 Hall of Fame players to play together while they still got something left in the tank? Do you know how rare that is? If you would have asked people that are Bucks fans in 2001, in the 90s, when we had Lee Mayberry and Todd Day, if what they would do if we had 2 top 75 Hall of Fame players, they wouldn't be saying some of the stuff y'all saying. And you need to be appreciative of the performance that you're seeing from an elite player, an elite talent in Damian Lillard. Please appreciate this man. The chances of this even happening were probably like 4% if you would have asked somebody at the beginning of the summer. And we figured it out. Shout out to you, John Horst. And I hope over time, some of you Dame detractors are start to see how much of a value Damian Lillard really is to this team. Ike said, "Oh, please let me hear. No one was even guarding Dame against a weak team. It's wild." Bucks in 4 podcasts was good. He said, "Everybody get them likes. Appreciate it. Let's try to get the 90 likes if we can, y'all. We at 78. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Much appreciated." AJ said, "Beasley is useless without his shots." I completely agree. Eliza said, "Ike, you're right. Dame had the setup to score, so he did it. In fact, score." Yeah, facts. Mr. Washington said he has to learn. Shout out to you. Stacy was good. Exactly, Liza. We're not paying Dame to play defense. Hey, Eliza, Stacy, I'm not saying that he should play defense, but I'll say this. His defense is better than Beasley. Can we be there? His defense is better than Beasley. Mr. Cool said, "Why don't you ask the players, Giannis and Dave, who should play?" That would be an interesting comment. That'd be interesting to ask. Joshua was good. Andre Roberson is what Ajax. I think Ajax even has a higher ceiling than Roberson. They're the same player right now, but I think Ajax actually has a higher ceiling than Roberson offensively. Drew 28KE was good, bro. Follow Dame his whole career. This is some of the best defense I've ever seen him play. At least he's trying to fight through screens and has been very good with quick hands, playing, passing lanes. Thank you. Thank you. Agreed. Milwaukee Black was good. Mr. Cool, Ajax is a rookie. He will make mistakes. It doesn't matter. He just needs to be ready for by the playoffs. Miami plays rookies through mistakes. Facts. You got to let them work through it. I think the same for Beauchamp. Mr. Cool said Ajax got beat backdoor 3 times for buckets. He got to work. He's a rookie. He got to work through that. I understand that. But how many times did Beasley get beat? You see what I'm saying? He a veteran. Patricia P said, "Who wrote the rule that says rookies can't start? Ajax brings intangibles." Facts. Shout out to you, Patricia P. Intangibles, and he can make a 3 as you saw tonight, but it's a hustle and defensive intensity for me. Facts. Shout out, man. Can we get these likes up? Do y'all not see the intelligence being spewed in this chat? Look, shout out to Patricia P, Eliza, Stacy, Cynthia, the whole crew, Pam. The knowledge, the stats. Just shout out to the queens in the chat. Shout out. It's a different level on this Bucks podcast, y'all. It's a different level. This is the Apex Bucks podcast right here. Best Bucks podcast community chat ever. Look at the knowledge in here. Man, listen, man. If you ain't you should be subscribed to this, because we come in live and direct after every game. We go give y'all that heat and give y'all that real. Please get them likes up. We not sugarcoating over here. We telling you straight how it is. AJ said Ajax won't do much come playoff. We need vets. No, we actually need Ajax to hoop, actually. I think we need Ajax to hoop. Because then you're saying that you trust Beasley and Connaughton, and I'm not with that. I don't trust either one of them. Got a plan stats. Some Milwaukee Black preach. We got to get Ajax in the starting lineup ASAP. Facts. Mr. Cool said Milwaukee Black, Miami Heat teaches better. We don't have those kind of coaches. That is actually valid. Jensaw said, just letting a guy like Dame wide open and he makes shots against weak teams. When Dame doesn't play right, they blame it on divorce. I've never done that. Maybe some others have, but if he played bad, he played bad. I just say it and I call him out. That's the thing, though. I give everybody get smoke for me. Dame that got smoke, Giannis that got smoke. It's equal over here. This is equal opportunity smoke over here. You play bad, we gonna get at you. You play well, we give you your flowers. That's it. It ain't no favoritism. Jude 28 said, who do we trust defending Tatum, Brown, Jimmy in the playoffs? I mean, I trust Giannis, but that's not realistic. I would say that it's going to be Middleton and like Ajax and Beauchamp. I think those are the three. The Middleton, Ajax, and Beauchamp. And I really would prefer not Middleton, because Middleton has definitely lost lateral movement. So I would prefer that not happening. Oh, what up, Kenny Mack? What up, fam? Shout out. I like his game. Plus, for how tall he is, he plays like a guard. Facts. Got a player that said, Eliza, exactly. There's usually one or two things he says when he talks about us that are just blatantly wrong, and he'd know that if he watched all of our game. Facts. Eliza said, give B-Shaq the start is hilarious. Kenny Mack said, I like Wemby. I do too. I think he got a lot of talent. My man's Mr. 414 was good. Wemby a good player. I do think they're trying to crown him too soon. That's fair. Janet MOC was good. I love how Dame loves stealing the ball. I'm here for it. Yeah, I think he might be up there in league steals. Kenny Mack said, did Wemby remind y'all of Giannis when he first came in the league? A little bit, but his frame he got a little bit better of an offensive game as far as the jumper, but he's never going to get as big as Giannis physically, and that'll be the difference. I don't know if he'll be able to take the pounding with his frame, his slender frame. Stacy said, Jen soft again. I don't know what y'all expect from Dame. Me either. I'm waiting. Oh, Josh said, anyone have a Tatum update? I don't know. I heard he had a high ankle sprain. Shout out to him, though. Katie Max says, Stacey Hanger, everybody got their own opinion. You got to live with that. That's true. That's what it's here for. We going to debate, but everybody got their own opinion. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to Squid. And then the new Squid, Jen Soft. Shout out to y'all. Got a plan, Stan said, Am, you know you made it when all the trolls come out. Hilarious. Shout out to you, bro. Mr. 404 said Beasley could guard my mom and she's damn near there. 70-year-old woman. Fam, shout out to you. I be using my mom as an example too, fam. Shout out to you. Kenny Max said, Dame that got people here wicked. What's going on? I don't know, man. I just know that he's gonna perform against the good teams, and I hope that they can come back and show love to Dame. That's all I'm asking. Valerie O. Oh, what's good, Valerie? I didn't see you in the chat earlier. Shout out. Giannis could care less about a wall. He has so many options to barrel through if he wants or kick it out for someone else. Facts. Oh, man, we have after 11. I'm about to get up out of here. Let me make sure I don't miss none of y'all important people here. Let me just make sure I don't miss my man Milwaukee Black. Shout out to him. Milwaukee Black. Chat, y'all don't see Miami Heat every play rookies and G League players all year, and they take off in the playoff. Facts. That's true. That's why I'm saying them cats need to get run now, because by the time playoffs come, they ready. Exactly. I agree with that. Make sure I miss nobody before you hop out of here, man. Hey, y'all, I love messing with friends and family, man. Y'all the truth. Y'all, man, we almost been online 2 hours, and it seemed like it's only been 40 minutes. Oh, what up, Proper G? Bucks have no number one who can defend Tatum Brown. Shaking my head. We'll see. It'll be a team effort. Shout out to you, Proper G. What up, Carrie? Triple double beast tonight. Greek freak. Absolutely. Shout out to you, Carrie. Good to see you in the chat. Joseph was good. Tatum is playing. He came back in the game. Okay. Mr. Cool said Dame is amazing. Agreed. Landon, what's good, fam? I said yo to you back, fam. Shout out. Carrie said go Bucks. Absolutely. Oh, I didn't see you up here. Hey, 2 Red Violin. What up? We need a defensive-minded player next to Dame for this team to compete effectively against teams like Boston or the Clippers in the playoffs. Beasley is not the solution during the playoffs. Thank you. Proper G said, forget that fake goat LeBron. Absolutely. He always gonna get smoke from me. Patricia P said arrow stat. Yeah, I was in my bag. My bad, y'all. Sometimes that happened. Shout out to you, AJ. Gifted with no chip. If he was a winner, he wouldn't leave Portland. Dame isn't Steph. AJ, if you don't mind telling me the players that were on the Portland Trail Blazers at any time during Damian Lillard's tenure that were equivalent to Klay Thompson, that were equivalent to Draymond Green, or that were equivalent to Andre Iguodala, or he had a coach equivalent to Steve Kerr. Take your time when you want to respond. You don't have to do it this live. You can do it next live. You just explain to me the talent that he had, that he didn't win a chip. You get what I'm saying? Klay Thompson it was arguably a top 75 player of all time. Steph's played with him his whole career. He's played with Draymond his whole career. A defensive player of the year perennial candidate. Multiple time coach of the year, Steve Kerr. Also, Steve Kerr played with Michael Jordan. That's a huge difference from what was going on in Portland. Please explain yourself, AJ. Thank you. Kenny Bass, I think people going against each other in here. Not going against each other, just different viewpoints. Just different viewpoints. Just a different viewpoint. Like clearly AJ doesn't like Dame, and that's cool. That's your point of view. I think that we should be happy we got a player like Dame, AJ. That's all I'm saying. We've never had two players of that level on a Bucks team since Kareem and Oscar Robertson. Maybe the other closest time was when we had Big Dog and Ray Allen. We've never had this type of offensive talent on our team before. Oh, what up, Isaiah Williams? Talk to him. Aaron Drew gave us 50 and then 11 points the next game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let me make sure I get a couple comments. Hey, y'all need to come on the live one of these times. AJ, you need to come on the live. Squid, you need to come on the live. 7Z, you need to come on the live. Cream City 1846, you need to come on the live. Y'all need to come on. Real talk, I think it would be interesting. What up, Derek After Dark? Salute, salute. Mr. 414 said no one could take those Portland teams to the final. It just would, yeah. David said Patricia fact. Oh, Patricia gonna spit some knowledge now. She gonna spit some knowledge. What up, Carrie? Hey. Make sure I get to these last couple. Did I see my boy Daniel? What up, Daniel? Daniel, if you get a chance, can you clip that up for me, brother? Appreciate you. Oh, what up, Sherelle? Made it up in here. What up, Sherelle? Those who talk trash about they were not true. It's not that they're not true Bucks fans. I don't want to say that. They have their opinion about Dame. And I just hope over time that Dame can prove them wrong. And that's up to him to do that. So Dame has to play better against quality teams. That's the next level they want to see from Dame. They've seen Dame. AJ said AJ, Jensov, those are all people that said Dame has not been playing well against good teams. So let that be the next challenge for Dame. Dame, if you hear us, we want to see you play better against good teams. And then after that, we'll see the new hurdle that AJ and the rest of the team have for you. Peace out, Eliza. Get a couple. What up, Solomon? I didn't see you up here. What up, Solomon? Stephen Curry argument is weak. Put it this way. You see Dame take a charge. You ever see Dame make any attempt at defense? I see Curry do it. Kyrie torched Dame, saw almost 50 points. Dame ran him? Okay. Shout out to you, Solomon. Make sure I don't miss none of y'all. Hey, y'all was really going in today. Shout out. Joe Marquez was good. I like Jackson starting over Beasley. It helps the defense big time. I agree. Lost Ghostwriter. Offense looking good as usual. Defense giving up is too many offensive rebounds and letting guys get in the paint at will. The offensive rebounds is a little better this time, at least Lost Ghostwriter. Shout out to you. Mr. Hurt, it's not that he not a Bucks fan, because he do like the Bucks. He just saying that he wants to see more out of Dame. I think that's what AJ is trying to say. He want more out of Dame. So hopefully Dame can do what he needs to prove to AJ that he belongs on his Bucks roster and is a quality player. Kerry said Drew can't score nothing like Dame. Facts. Joe Marquez said Orlando's a good team, so we'll see how Dame does. That's fair. Exactly. Orlando's a good team, so we'll see in a few days. Patricia P. Salute. Said hit the like button. Yeah, if y'all haven't already, hit that like button. Appreciate it. Got a plan says I guess Dame playing good against the Knicks, Sixers, Heat, and Mavs doesn't count for some reason. We'll leave AJ with the we'll see with AJ. Orlando's a good team. They have never won us until this season. We need to play Boston against again to gauge our level. Okay. I saw what you said, Stacey. Hilarious. Tony Jackson, doesn't matter if Tatum healthy or not. We coming. Facts. Shout out. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news, where we just talked about the Milwaukee Bucks extending their win streak against the San Antonio Spurs. Giannis with a big boy triple-double, 16 assists. Dame went for 40. Bobby P, 20+, where we won at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family. 132-119. I'll see y'all on Thursday. I love the debates. It's all respect here, y'all. We argue, we go back and forth because everybody's passionate about their point of view. Everyone's passionate about how they feel about the game and what they're viewing. So I appreciate that we're able to debate in a respectful fashion. Even if your point of view, I might not agree with your point of view, you might not agree with my point of view. But the whole point of this is for open dialogue and for us Bucks fans to debate our point of view, and that's what this is all about. Maybe Jensoff doesn't agree with what I say, I might agree with what it say, but we able to talk about it and say our points without disrespecting each other, and that's what makes this chat unique to me. All the chats you see on YouTube is always gonna be somebody cursing somebody out, disrespect, and that's one thing we don't have in this chat, and I don't ever want it to be like that. Please speak your mind, and we gonna debate about it, and we'll all say our point of view in a respectful fashion. For real, for real. Salute to y'all for always keeping it clean and always being cool, even if tempers flare a little bit. I can see everybody kind of scale it down to show respect. That's another reason I'm telling y'all. Not just the knowledge y'all spit and the gems y'all drop, but how y'all communicate with each other is dope. That's what makes this podcast amazing to me. And we building here. This is a community we building here, y'all. And the easiest way for that to be seen, hitting them like button and share. Because I want this to be the one-stop shop for Bucks Talk. For real, for real. That's my goal going into 2024. And with y'all help, we can do that because this is a platform we building together. That's why I always say friends and family, because that's how I think about y'all. We here chop it up just like I would do with my friends or my family about sport. That's why I say that. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all for real. Best Bucks chat on YouTube. And this is the Best Bucks podcast on YouTube. For real, for real. Ain't nobody doing it like we doing it over here. That's real talk. I'm gonna get off my high horse real quick. Salute to y'all. We'll be here right after the game Thursday or shortly after. I gotta travel to get home, so give me a couple minutes and we gonna do this again. So let your people know if they love the Bucks. We here after every game, chopping it up. You see the characters that be in here: Daniel, Brandon, Mr. Smith, B Shack, Nick, all these people that pop in. Mr. Cool. Shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate it. Let's keep this thing going, y'all. Help the channel, hit the like button, make sure y'all share the content, and I'll see y'all on Thursday. Salute, chat. All right, gone.